duck for cover, I'm a son of a gun. Ready for action, can't break me down. Hey, not afraid to use my weapon for love. No loser around here, no time for dust. If you're gonna aim, I'm fired up. Don't shoot me down, I just wanna shoot for love. I'm in love, I'm a bullet passing by, don't give a sludge. They don't like me, they can buy me, I'm a bullet shot for love. Don't shoot me down, I just wanna shoot for love. I'm in love, I'm a bullet passing by, don't give a slug. They don't like me, they can buy me, I'm a bullet shot for love. Drop your guard and let him in. Does whatever it takes to win. He'll trigger happy until his kicks up. Hey, I'll never let him take you there. I'll swear I'll beat him fair and square. 'Cause together we're likely pair. Don't shoot me down, I just wanna shoot for love. I'm in love, I'm a bullet passing by, don't give a sludge. They don't like me, they can buy me, I'm a bullet shot for love. Don't shoot me down, I just wanna shoot for love. I'm in love, I'm a bullet passing by, don't give a slug. They don't like me, they can buy me, I'm a bullet shot for love. Don't read the magazine, they'll never keep them clean. Just stay a beauty queen and let my bullets dream. Don't shoot me down, I just wanna shoot for love. I'm in love, I'm a bullet passing by, don't give a slug. They don't like me, they can buy me, I'm a bullet shot for love. Don't shoot me down, I just wanna shoot for love. I'm in love, I'm a bullet passing by, don't give a sludge. They don't like me, they can buy me, I'm a bullet shot for love. Don't shoot me down, I just wanna shoot for love. I'm in love, I'm a bullet passing by, don't give a slug. They don't like me, they can buy me, I'm a bullet shot for love.
Doing a little setup right now. Setting up for the show. Stay tuned. It's time to have a little fun tonight. All right.
my company, I was born to run. No need to duck for cover, I'm a son of a gun. Ready for action, can't break me down. Hey, not afraid to use my weapon for love. No loser around here, no time for dust.
Hello?
If you're gonna aim, I'm
What?
fired up.
I'm ready.
Don't shoot me down, I just wanna shoot for love. I'm in love, I'm a bullet passer by, don't give a sludge. They don't like me, they can buy me, I'm a bullet shot for love. Don't shoot me down, I just wanna shoot for love. I'm in love, I'm a bullet passer by, don't give a slug. They don't like me, they can buy me, I'm a bullet shot for love.
Hello?
Drop your guard and let him in. Does whatever
Okay.
it takes to hit trigger happy.
Hi.
Until
Hey, what's going on?
It's me.
Where's everybody from so far?
I'll never let him take you there. I'll swear I'll beat him fair and square. 'Cause together we're likely pair. Don't shoot me down, I just wanna shoot for love. I'm in love, I'm a bullet passer by, don't give a sludge. They don't like me, they can buy me, I'm a bullet shot for love. Don't shoot me down, I just wanna shoot for love. I'm in love, I'm a bullet passer by, don't give a slug. They don't like me, they can buy me, I'm a bullet shot for love. Don't read the magazine, they'll never keep them clean. Just stay a beauty queen and let my bullets dream. Shoot me down, I just wanna shoot for love. I'm in love, I'm a bullet passing by, don't give a slug. They don't like me, they can buy me, I'm a bullet shot for love. Don't shoot me down, I just wanna shoot for love. I'm in love, I'm a bullet passing by, don't give a sludge. They don't like me, they can buy me, I'm a bullet shot for love. Don't shoot me down, I just wanna shoot for love. I'm in love, I'm a bullet passing by, don't give a slug. They don't like me, they can buy me, I'm a bullet shot for love. company, I was born to run. No need to duck for cover, I'm a son of a gun. Ready for action, can't break me down. Hey, not afraid to use my weapon for love. No loser around here, no time for dust. If we gonna aim, I'm fired up. Shoot me down, I just wanna shoot for love. I'm in love, I'm a bullet passer, I don't give a sludge. They don't like me, they can find me, I'm a bullet shot for love. Shoot me down, I just wanna shoot for love. I'm in love, I'm a bullet passer, I don't give a slug. They don't like me, they can find me, I'm a bullet shot for love.
We are ready. Oh yeah. Welcome everybody. Today this is the Dane Riazer animation show, slash talk show. We're gonna have some fun tonight. We got some cool guests here today. Coming from Texas, we have a good friend of mine, Thomas. Just say hi to the people out here.
What's going on, man?
Oh yeah, and also I have a really great friend of mine too as well. From Puerto Rico, we have Nika in the house. Say hi to the people.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
Yeah, so for the new people that are tuning into my show, or Dane Riazer show, what I usually generally do on this show is I show people my process of animating. The animation I'm working on as of right now is the Stewie animation, which is a alter ego Stewie called Stewie Black, and yeah, he's black, so. So yeah, really fun stuff. Last week was me doing the dialogue. Sorry you guys couldn't hear me actually doing it. I corrected that situation, but we're still moving on to the newer portions of finishing and completing this animation. So that's the part that I'll be doing in the show. As far as any questions with that, comments, you can always leave a message in the message box. We also have a call number as well too. We're going at 424-256-3031. That is 424-256-3031. And so yeah, today we're going to pretty much talk about fun topics, hot topics. If you guys have anything you want to talk about, which I see someone in the chat room. Hello. Give you huge shout outs here. Awesome, Samuel. Nice to see you here. We're having a lot of fun. So if you have any questions, comments, you can call in or you can leave messages. If we're not answering really quick, it's because we're probably heated into whatever we're talking about. So let's get on with the show here. Let's get on with the show. So, one of the crazy topics that came to mind for the first part of this show while I was doing animation is you don't know what's going to happen within these next few years. If I'm even going to have a job as an animator here. And I'm joking with this, but what I'm pointing to is we're starting to get into the presidential elections. So. Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh no.
So, I mean, when you look at it, there's a lot of things going on, a lot of talk, and there's some interesting people that have ran last time and they're running again, and then you got some new people running. Some people know some, was it millionaire now? Was he Donald Trump? Is he a millionaire, a billionaire? Anybody
Yeah.
He's up there.
He's up where first off?
Oh yeah. So he's out here and he's making a name for himself, and I'm kind of curious. What do you guys feel about Donald Trump right now, as far as a contender of becoming a president?
I'd say he's doing what needs to be done to be noticed. Not saying at all everything he's doing is, I guess you could say worth being seen or heard, but he's pretty much making a name for himself, whether it's a good one or a bad one for some people.
Oh yeah. Nicole, you have anything you want to say?
Oh, well, I'm not in the States, but we've heard a lot about Donald Trump that has said to the Latinos. So it's kind of hard to be a Latino and that person that is going to run for the president is like hurting you, It's kind of, I don't know, it's a bad good feeling,
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting topic of how he feels with the. I'm chiming into everybody that's coming in here. Make sure you adjust the volumes. Yeah, as far as what I feel about what's going on there is, it's one of those things where, for me, he feels like, and I'm not saying every American feel this way, but I definitely feels like he's part of one of those Americans that, has an opinion about how things should go. And while we might be used to hearing presidents sound a little more clearer and maybe a little more prestige when they talk, you don't see this prestiginess when he says things. So, it feels a bit edgy. I like using that word here. It feels a bit edgy when he has these conversations, but it doesn't change the fact that some of the points that he hits, I guess some people really feel that way. What I mean by that is, I've seen a lot throughout the years. Sometimes people argue about, job opportunities, about people taking jobs that are immigrants. But then again, on that same other side, you hear people say, well, most of those jobs that people are getting or taking, most Americans don't want it anyway, because it's too cheap of labor. Where do you go at when you have a situation like that? Well, yeah. Go ahead.
And who was the little guy that did? Who was these nuts? Who was that guy? Who was he?
I was trying to figure that out too.
He got more. I think was it Ross Perot? He had more. I guess like more percentage than he did.
Oh yeah, I think I saw a little bit of that, and that was kind of crazy, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. For about 2 weeks, I didn't know what people were talking about. I did some, for people that don't know me, I do some training, military training, and part of my military training, I was hanging out with a lot of different people, and I just remember them saying, like, they always go around and say, "These nuts," got them, and I'm like, what is this from?
Right.
And then later on, when I got out of the training, I got to see some videos and different stuff where it was linking to, and it was pretty much going to the president stuff. So, that's interesting. I wonder if someone actually came up with that because they feel go ahead.
Well, I'm sorry. You came up with that election, with that campaign?
Oh, well, yeah, just with the whole campaign in general. I didn't know if it was because people felt like the presidents that are running right now, they're not as they don't really want to vote for them, and they rather vote for something silly than what's out right now. Meaning like they might not be taking the elections very serious. I don't know. That could be a direction. But maybe you might have a better clue why these nuts.
It could go so many different ways because everybody, if you're famous now, it's from doing something popular, whether it's foolish or it's extremely funny on these social sites. So whoever this guy is, I don't know. I want to meet him. He's underage too, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
That wouldn't surprise me one bit.
Yeah, he's underage. He's young. I don't think he's a teenager yet. I'm not sure.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah, that's even more mesmerizing.
That's definitely underage here.
I'm looking online now. It's voteforthesenuts.com.
Oh, they made a website now.
I just typed in these nuts running for president.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
That's extremely hilarious.
When these nuts get elected for president, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, imagine the t-shirts.
Oh, I can imagine the shirts already. You know what? I know people have their huge opinions about elections and who should win or who shouldn't, and I can probably say that I probably have the less opinion about it all, because I think overall, when it comes to it, or I should say strong opinion, when it comes to it, there's going to be stuff that all the presidents are going to take and it's like they got to fix it, or whatever.
It's left the way it is until somebody else comes in and fixes it.
Yeah, so any president that comes in, I don't care what color you are, black, white, Spanish, or even, a female president. It doesn't matter. I mean, they're going to all have to go through something, and they might be able to fix it. They might not be able to fix it. But no matter if it's a Democratic or Republican Party, or even a, what's the other party that they don't really shine as much, but the one that doesn't fit both of those, somebody's going to want to fix it, and if it's possible, they'll fix it regardless of which party is in there, and it just makes their party look great for that 4 years or whatnot. So I don't know, that's my thoughts on president stuff.
Yeah, like you said, why show your opinion? Like you say, it's either they're gonna do good in certain areas and do bad in the other areas, or it's just certain presidents can fix certain things. They don't. No one comes in and cleans up everything. I haven't seen it yet.
Hold on one second. Yeah, Samuel, talk to me a little bit later about mods. I'm still trying to figure out how this thing works to put mods on there. But yeah, we'll talk about it soon. Make sure you hit me up on Dane Riazer on Facebook. Send me a message, and we'll talk a little more about adding mods on the message box.
Right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's some crazy stuff there, and a lot of people are feeling a little distraught about some of the stuff that's coming out of his mouth. I mean, I seen Hillary. I think Hillary Clinton was she was on the poll, right? Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. I don't know if I don't know what happened with her. I didn't get too far up into it. The last thing I thought that was these nuts, and then after that I pretty much just been going off of what what shows up on my phone for the update.
Right.
I haven't really been keeping up like that. It's football season, really. So.
Oh, so that means we're going to be talking about football in a minute. That's definitely time. Yeah, Nicole. Let me ask you a quick question, Nicole. How do you feel about there being a woman president? Do you think that'll ever happen? Do you think it'll be a good thing? Do you think there might be some changes that are definitely needed for presidency?
About who?
About a woman being a president. How do you feel about that? Do you think that'll be a good thing? Do you think it might improve? You think it might not improve? I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
No, I think it's a very good idea. I don't know. It's ever a first time for everything. So So I think she can do it, and she can do it very well. So, oh, I don't know. That's what I think. Yeah. I think she's gonna do a very good work.
Well, definitely be interesting. I'm not sure if she's still in the poll for everyone's vote. Not really everyone's, but for a lot of people votes. There's a lot of things swimming around with what she's doing. Not sure. I don't know all the facts of what she's really doing out there.
Who else is running? Who else is running for the president?
Well, let's kind of pull that up right now. Let's get it right now. Let's get it in. Because right now the ones that stick out the most for me is Donald Trump and her. And once again, yeah, he's pulling her up again. Yeah, so we got we got a lot of, well, am I getting this right here? I see, okay, Clinton, Bush, okay. Looks like we got Biden, I believe. He sounds so familiar, I can't even think of what Biden's about. But I know he's a Democrat, Biden. We got Biden on the Democratic side. We have Biden. We have Bloomberg. Yeah, Biden, Biden. We have Bloomberg.
Well,
you heard me?
yeah.
Okay. We have I think it's Chaffee or Chaffee. Chaff. I don't know. We got Clinton, Cuomo, O'Malley, Sanders, Warren, and Webb. A lot of these people I haven't even heard of. At the Republican side, it says Bush. We have Carson, Christie, Cruz, Fiorina, Gilmore, Grams, Huckabee, Jodah. It's funny. I'm reading all this stuff. Oh, we also have Trump at the end with Walker. It looks like it's all in order. But to be honest with you, I haven't even heard of any of these people. Oh, I see Romney too.
I never heard. Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I don't know none of these people.
These people are not
all of them.
on my list of names. But and then on top of that, I mean, looking at some of the polls, the most people you see on here is, you see Clinton, Trump, I guess Carson's on there, Biden, there's a Rubio, and Sanders. Well,
Bernie Sanders?
I believe so. Huh. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, all these other people, I honestly don't know who they are. But yeah, if you have anything out there of how you feel about what's going on, who you think might win, who you think might be the best president, go ahead and call in at 1-424-253-3031. That's 424-256-3031. Give us some of your opinions, some of your thoughts on who should be the next president. Yeah, so cool stuff there. But we're gonna move on. We're gonna move forward here. Definitely I'm gonna keep this fresh as possible. And there was I didn't see all of it, but there was some cool things going on. I think 2 months ago, a month ago, with the VMA Awards. Did you both get a chance to see it?
No, not really.
No, not really, but I saw some videos on posts on Facebook.
Man.
I don't know how to see. I watch it and I don't. Every now and then. I love music too, but sometimes the awards can be crazy. Now, I did hear about some things going on with Miley Cyrus.
Oh, yes.
What happened?
Oh, yes. Well, for the longest, and I'm gonna stop this animation here that I'm working on. You know, for the longest, there was a video streaming out on Facebook, and this video pretty much was only part of what went on at the BMAs. Now, what I heard is that they cut it off at a certain point, but they cut it off at a really bad part. So when they cut it off, it looks like Miley Cyrus was a bit startled or scared or something after Nicki came out and said something. You know, oh yeah, I heard you talking about me. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And she got a little aggressive on there. It was, you know, I could definitely see the urban coming out, if that's even possible. I seen the urban coming out of Nicki Minaj, and I seen that look she gave and that little shoulder twitch thing she did. I was like, all right, she's ready. She's ready on TV to get down with Miley Cyrus. So that was what was going on for a while, and then later on, they actually showed the full uncut version of it, which actually showed what Miley said at the end of it, which kind of made it. Huh? You said what?
I said I need to see that.
I'm gonna send you a link on that one. But yeah, it was crazy because she came on there and she was like, yeah, because her parents were surprised too. They're kind of like, okay, what's going on here? And you know, her response was pretty much, you know how social media can get. You know how when you talk to all these different type of people out there, how they can switch up your words, cut up, you can edit your things that you're saying, and make it come off a certain way. And you know that you've been in this thing for so long. You should know what's possible to happen when you talk to people about certain stuff. And that's pretty much what she did. She said that she kept it as professional as possible. She said that, hey, look, you know, I've been doing this for a while, and you know, I didn't win, but guess what? I'm gonna move forward, and I'm gonna keep making music and have fun. And you know, for me, she kept it professional and kept the show going. You know, so
crazy. I can't see her. I can't really see her going at Nicki like that. I wouldn't expect it.
Huh? Well,
Miley to anything.
I mean, well, you know, people seem to love, and I'm saying people, I'm not saying everyone, but people like to watch a little bit of drama. I mean, that's probably why most people do watch the reality shows. People like to see it, but that doesn't mean just because you want to see it doesn't mean everybody wants to start it. You know, it's nice to see somebody else's drama, but you know, when you got your own drama, you're like, I want to run away from it. So yeah, I definitely. It might be. They might tie it up. They might not really stick on it that long. It all depends on where Nicki wants to take it. Yeah, man, crazy stuff, man. And then, you know, some of the, I think some of the shows that were going on at the time too was kind of. I don't know if I should say suspect, but. Some of the performances, people were like, you know. But yeah, you know, Kanye West, you know, that was another thing which ties into our first topic here. You know, Kanye West, he received some awards too, I believe, or an award. How many you get? I think the one that sticks out for me is the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award.
Oh, okay.
That's the one that sticks out to me. And also what sticks out is him saying he's going to go for presidency.
Think that can happen?
That's what I'm wondering. Nikki, do you think he could be president? You've heard Kanye West music. Come on. How do you feel about Kanye West being the president? Nikki?
When I think about getting you running for president, really, oh God, I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. No way. There's no way. No way. No.
I mean,
No.
he makes
You're
good
not gonna-
music.
no.
He makes good music, baby.
It's gonna be a lot of drama. Come on.
Yeah,
Come
then you
on.
have to wear his clothes too.
You said what?
Everybody's gonna have to.
You can figure it out. You can figure it out. Like him being the first lady of the United States of America. No way, man. No way. There's a lot of drama. No. No chances for Kanye. No way.
You know, people are pretty tough on people, you know.
Wow.
You know, what I mean by that is, you know, say example, if he really did want to go for president, you know, that thing that everybody's going to hang high on him. And I'm saying in the words of generality. I wouldn't say that's how I feel about her. But his wife, for a lot of people, was like a porn star in a sense. So I'm not saying his wife is a porn star. His wife, pretty attractive. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that for a general sense, this is what she could be looked at as. And for a president to have a wife that has that kind of image, you know, that is a crazy part about being a president. You know, everybody hangs so much on you, and they try to find stuff on you. They try, and they probably don't have to try that hard because a lot of stuff that Kanye's going through, and with, you know, his wife is going through, it's all out there. You know, if they find something else, I'll be surprised. But hey, that's from what I've viewed so far. I mean, maybe you guys have a different idea on where things would go for Kanye. This silence for him? Nothing for him?
Oh, God. No. I still think the same. No way.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be crazy for him. You know, it's going to be an interesting run. But while he's, you know, going for his presidency, or, you know, whatever you want to call it, you know, anybody have any opinions, any ideas on this, you know, go ahead and feel free to call us. We're at 1-424-256-3031. That's 424-256-3031. Tell us how you feel. If you don't feel like calling, just leave a message. We have a little message box there as well. We're having fun here. I'm probably doing less animation here and more talking. But I'm having fun, you know, so hopefully you guys are having fun as well. One of the topics, though, that's holding dear to my heart, unless you guys have something you want to throw out there.
I'm listening. I'm
here. I'm glad you guys are alive. Nico, you still alive over there?
Yes, I'm here.
Kanye West didn't get you, did he? No? Okay, gotcha. No, but one topic that's kind of really, you know, there is kind of tough to talk about because, you know, I think it's just happening, and now it's happening more often. Either it's happening more often or it's being talked about more often. Some bullying issues that are going on, and you know, so I just finished looking over some stuff probably about an hour ago, and saw it looks like a girl was beat really bad, and that was probably the worst bullying that I've actually seen visually. You know, someone bleeding, you know, and kind of makes you wonder, you know. Some of you guys might be parents out there, and you guys are sending your kids out to learn, to be educated, to connect with other students, but then they're living in an area where they might be subjected to some stuff like this.
Right.
I mean,
I was a victim of it when I was, I'd say I'm not gonna say really elementary. Because we all were, you know, the people that we grew up with, we were real close. We were friends. There were no, you know, no fights, you know, at the time. Got older and got in middle school, and that's when it started. And it takes a good bringing up, you know, upbringing from your family as well, you know, because some people don't. I guess you could basically say a lot of people don't know any better when it comes to things like that, and some people do it because they're probably being picked on at home. And one of the things I never understood is how could an 18-year-old still be in middle school? And of course, I was picked on because of my height. This guy was 18 years old. I had to use my strength against him. My strength was cracking jokes and talking about people.
Right.
Notorious for it.
Oh, yeah.
I had to do. He was real good for taking my change that my grandma would give me and using it to buy him a soda or something to eat and stuff like that, and would eat it in front of me. So one day it just took for me to just go ahead and just forget it, stand up and fight back.
Yeah, bullying, man. I can honestly say, going to school, and I'm not bragging about myself. I'm just saying, I was one of those little pretty boys, you know, hung out with the women, and a lot of men didn't like that. You know, they didn't understand it. They wanted you to be with the men, you know, and so I've had scenarios where, bullying occurred. People tried to push on me or whatever, but it's crazy because, even thinking about how they bullied when I was in high school or middle school or whatever, it feels different, Now people have video cameras, they're taking videos of it, and, this is...
It was just a different era, like you say. Yeah, it's crazy now.
Yeah, so it's definitely taking its own toll. I definitely don't like it. I wish we can kind of get rid of it.
One of my favorite things to see was when the person being bullied fights back, and they end up taking over the bully's life, like beating them up. I don't like watching it neither way, but when a person is doing something to you, they basically you get what you deserve, and I don't, like I said, I don't. It's pretty bad to watch anyone fight and watch someone on the sideline record it instead of fight back. Instead of break it up. So it's even funnier when to me is that when when someone else is being bullied and they out of the blue end up they get beat up.
Oh yeah. People helping, stop bullyism. Did I just make that up? Bullyism, is that even a word? People helping, stop all this bullyism. It's challenging because you want to be cool. But then also you don't want to get beat up. You don't want to have like different. Get closer to the microphone so one can hear me here. Yeah, so you definitely, you want people to get involved and stop it, but then also, if there's not enough people stopping it, then they might get bullied in the process, and that can make things tough for them too, and maybe a lot of people tend to clear away from it then at that point.
I have a question.
Shoot.
For kids like that, do you think have you ever watched the Scared Straight program?
Which program?
Scared Straight.
Yeah, I actually seen that. I've seen that show a few times.
You think that stuff works for kids? Like it will work for the kids of today?
I think it works for some people. I think there's never really one way to handle, problems. There's always different ways to, skin a cat when it comes to it. Where you might see it on a show they might just be showing you a highlighted one that's really good, and you see how a kid reacting. But who's to know how many of those shows they've actually taken and which ones they decided to actually air? So, you know, with that in mind, or just talking about the question you just said, I don't think it'll work for everyone. There's so many different people out there. Some people are like, yeah, okay. They might be even scared for that moment, and then they're like, well, that won't happen to me. You know, is that same reason why people might still smoke? It might be the same reason why people don't wear their seatbelts, even though they know that accidents happen. You know, it's a whole ton of things, and a lot of times people think they're above that. Not really above the law, but just above that happening in them. And it's not until it happens to them, until they realize that, wow, man, it could happen to me. So
yeah, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean, I say that because of the you know, what they show on TV. I mean, well, the show is actually aired on, you know, it's aired and put on TV. So at some point in time, there has to be a kid that's sitting there watching it, and it's like, you know, I wonder if it's real, I wonder if it's fake. You know, but then again, we're dealing with kids, so you may be right. So, I mean, but I thought about it. We actually got put, you know, through a Scare Straight program when we were younger.
Right.
And we didn't expect, we weren't bad. We just were, you know, we were active. We were active kids, you know, at our preteens, basically. We thought we were going to a field trip. We ended up going to a Scare Straight program with our church. And that experience was crazy. It was pretty crazy.
You know, the crazy part is that, and you know, I'm saying this because this is what I remember. When I'm a little bit older for people that don't know. You know, my first basic training, it was actually in 2002. And so when I came in at that time, basic training was much different. And the reason why I can say that is because I just went through basic training again last year. And it was much different. The moralities, the people that were there was just much different. I remember going in and I knew what basic training was about to a certain point in my head. I knew that when we got there, we were going to get yelled at. We need to do what we need to do, or we're going to push. We're going to be doing a lot of exercise. You know, it's going to be crazy life for it. That's the mentality that I had when I went in the first time. But then again, our generation is a little bit different. When I came in the next time, it felt different. It felt like people came in. It's like, oh well, people told me I can get maybe a college degree and, you know, do this. And I'm not saying everyone was like that, but, you know, it's just a different mentality. And when I went in the first time, yeah, I wanted to get some college, you know, all that kind of stuff. But I knew that I was going to have to pay for this college by pushing, in a sense, you know. And, you know, what people are doing now, it's just so different, you know. So going back to the question of what you said, people are responding things different because they're raised different. They're what's building up to them going towards the opportunities that we had is a different build. You know, our build going into the military had us come in a different way. And, you know, giving an example here, we might have had, let me think, as far as class clowns, you know, is concerned, we probably had back in that day maybe 3 or 4 people out of 50 people were like the clowns that were, they didn't care what was going to happen. They still wanted to have fun while we were there, even if everybody else got in trouble. And then nowadays, you know, when I went back in, it was like, and these numbers, I'm not making them up there, it was about maybe 13 to 17 people out of 50 people that were class clowns. And when you got that many, it was probably even more. If you got that many joking off, it makes basic training much harder. You can definitely say I went from 210 to 196 really easy with the class that I work with. They were great people, don't get me wrong. But we definitely pushed a lot for silly stuff. So yeah, the mentality is definitely different from what it was, and it will continue to change. Hopefully for the better. You know, some people feel it's something that's needed to happen. There needs to be bullying. Some people feel that way. How do I feel? It's a little edgy here. Once again, if you guys have any opinions, any comments you want to leave, go ahead and leave them in the message box, or as well call in at 1-424-256-3031. That is 424-256-3031. Yeah. So Nika had to leave for a little bit. She had some family she wanted to talk to, so it's just me and you. We're on here, ride or die.
Oh, okay.
Doing it.
Okay. Well, I was wondering what was going on.
Yeah. She's taking a commercial break pretty much, but it's fine. You know, we're going back down memory lane. You know.
Yeah, we've been in each other. What I say around 2003, 2004 in the military.
Oh yeah. Yeah, some fun times, man. I think the most dominant times for me were just working in the mess decks. That's where we met, right? I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the mess deck. I think the first time I seen you, this is hilarious. You came back to the ship, and your shoes were smoking.
My what was smoking?
Your shoes.
My shoes?
Yeah, we were in Brazil. Supposedly you went, yeah, and you came, the bottom of your shoes were missing. slid down the side of the moon.
All right, yeah, we're gonna actually air out that story here. You know, that was some fun, good life stuff there, man. I'm gonna tell you, if your trip goes anywhere close to what my trip was in Brazil, and then, but yeah, anyway, so this is what happened in Brazil. You know, we went on a tour. And I didn't know what kind of tour it was. I didn't even care. I'm in Brazil. You know, a nice, crazy, beautiful place with very beautiful people. But anyway, I was in Brazil, and we went on a tour. And so I wanted to get dressed for the tour. So I said, you know, let me put on something nice. And so I put on something nice. I even got my dress shoes on. You know. You know, so anyway, we went on the tour, and the first part of the tour was pretty much climbing up a mountain, walking up a mountain, climbing up a mountain, whatever you want to call it. So I said, hey, you know, I want to go on this, and they're like, you sure you want to go on this trip? And I'm like, yeah. This is seriously what happened. I was like, yeah, I want to go on a trip. I'm not about to sit down here while everybody else goes up the mountain. And it's funny because I thought that I was going to probably have a problem getting up the mountain. And I didn't have a problem getting up the mountain. I didn't have a problem getting down either.
Yeah. What happened? How'd you get down?
See, this is what happens. This is what's called gravity. So for the people that don't know about gravity, you know, maybe take a few classes and learn about how all that works. But anyway, so I'm going down a mountain, and I'm getting bored because it's slow. It's a slow walk. And so, you know, I decided to start jogging a bit, you know, as things start going slow, you want to pick up the speed. And that's what I did. So I'm going down the mountain. I'm going at a nice pace. And I'm like, all right, it feels like I'm going a little faster than I wanted to. So I started to slow down. I tried to slow down a little bit, but it wasn't working. And I don't know why. The first thing I thought of was Fred Flintstones. You know you remember how they used to stop with their feet?
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. That was me, guys, on the mountain trying to stop with my feet like I was Fred Flintstone. And guess what? It didn't work. So
nah.
So I'm going down, and that didn't work. And I said, you know what? All right, the next best thing I can do here is I need to go on my side so I can stop myself. And I did. I went on my side, but that still didn't stop me. I was still sliding down, and the only thing that really stopped me was a bush. So yeah, that's where I landed. I landed in a bush. I was like, wow. You know, I looked at my hands. My hands were bloody. My pants were ripped. My nice shoes. My shoes were messed up. No.
Never stood a chance.
Oh man, but it was a lovely day, man. You know, and it's crazy because at that point in time, that was probably the scariest part of my life at that point. I didn't really tell too many people about this, but at that point in time, I almost fell off the mountain. After that, you know, I had a choice between choosing the left side or the right side, and there's a joke behind that with my basic training friends of 2000 and.
Wow.
2015 left side. But anyway, inside joke there. But anyway, I decided to pick the right side, and the right side wasn't a good side. And when I got all the way to the edge, there was nothing but nothing there. And so I started to climb back up again to get over to the other side of the bush, and that's when I started to slip. And I didn't slip that whole time until I got there. And so yeah, I took off the shoes at that point. And finally got up there. You see, I'm still alive. I'm on the show here today. So I got down, and it was a crazy experience, very crazy. Do you remember the rumors that were going around with that?
Which one?
This is the funny thing, you know, because as I said before, I slid down the mountain, you know. But the one thing that the first rumor that went around, because there was a lot of tours that day, and the first thing that went around was, "Hey man, I heard you fell down the mountain." I'm like, what? I didn't fall down the mountain. I slid down. But, you know, if you try to tell someone the difference between falling and sliding, I mean, it's no difference for them.
Right.
You fail, buddy. You fail. Own up to it, man. Own up. You know, so.
Well, no, that's funny because I was actually, we were in line. You remember how we had to get off the ship and get on the small boat to get to land?
Oh, yeah.
So we were in line to leave. So when you were coming back, you know, I'm wondering, like, what is wrong with him first? Thought, what was wrong with your shoes? That was the first thing I asked. Because they were still, the shoes were still smoking.
Oh.
And then I seen the jeans were ripped, and then you had like a butterfly collar shirt on, and it's halfway tucked in. So everybody was like, "Man, what happened to you?" And you explained to Ben saying you were trying to stop from going down the mountain. Well, you were trying to stop yourself, end up skiing down the mountain. So we didn't know that you had to make the right decision in the process of it, but everyone that was around me knew that you slid down the mountain.
Oh.
So that's a record clearer right there.
Oh man, I'm telling you, it was about 3 rumors that went around with that. I told you one of them was the falling one. The next one was pretty much, hey, because there was another tour with spider monkeys. And so somebody came up to me. You know, somebody came up to me and they were like, "Hey man, I heard you got attacked by spider monkeys." I'm like, "What?" Like, how did I get attacked by spider monkeys? I'm like, wow, no. And I was thinking about
what would that have to do with the bottom of your shoes, though?
It's some spider monkey poop. There you go.
Cigarette lighters or something to your feet.
Be honest, that probably would ignited my shoes there. Right there. Spider monkey poop.
That's crazy.
There you go. But no, it was a crazy time, man. I couldn't help but laugh at that one. But then the ultimate one was, and I can't think of his name right now. You know, he's dark skinned, tall. You know, maybe his name was Cooper. You know, he used to sing a little bit too. I think his name is Cooper. It's been a long time since he came up to me at the end of the night, and this is what shocked me right here. I've never heard this ever happen in a combination here. He came up to me. He was like, man, I heard what happened to you, man. Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. He was like, yeah, man, I heard that you got attacked by spider monkeys and fell down the mountain. And I was like, wow. I never heard someone mix 2 stories together. And that's what pretty much happened. You know, it was that whole, you know, somebody thought I got attacked by spider monkeys and then I fell down, and you know, so it was a crazy time, man. That was my time in Brazil. But if you guys had a time in Brazil that you had some fun, you know, go ahead, just tell us about what you did in Brazil. We got the number here, 1-424-256-3031. That's 424-256-3031, or just leave a comment. You know, we would love to hear your story about your Brazil. Bet you wasn't excited as mine.
What are the odds of a lot of people going? I don't think a lot of people have been to Brazil.
Well, it's I think Brazil is one of those places that people want to go to. You know, maybe preferably males might just want to go to, but you know, it's one of those places that you hear about. You're like, oh man, this is cool, man. I wanna go to
That's an awesome spot, man. Good parties.
Oh yeah, we had some fun, man. I actually had a lot more fun in Chile, but
I did too.
oh,
Well, I had fun there too.
you know, when we went down there was a lot of people that they weren't used to, like, you know, guys with darker skin. So, you know,
Yeah.
I had some fun down there. They thought I was like a basketball player or something. And you know, I'm always having fun with stuff. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's what you guys think? Yeah, or you think I'm a superstar?
Yeah.
What's up?
We could try it. We could try that.
Yeah, okay. You know, I was out there breakdancing, right? I got a whole crowd
Yeah.
of people.
Man, I wish I still had some of that footage. We even caught ourselves battle rapping now.
You said what? I heard battle. What?
So we caught ourselves even trying to battle rap out there for a while.
Oh, who's battle rapping?
It was me. Let's see, me, Alexander. What's his name? They call him Hollywood. He was like an IT or something.
Huh. Hollywood? You talking about
Haywood.
Haywood.
Yeah,
Hollywood.
Yeah, that was his stage name. I don't know if he still left, but that was his name. We ended up. What happened was that we ended up having a few drinks. We got up and decided to walk down the strip of the beach, and he walked by. We were, just playing around, rapping and stuff. He overheard us as we walked past him, and he started rapping, but he was going at us, and we were like, what? So people were looking like, oh, what's gonna happen? We started rapping against each other and battling and everything, and created a crowd too. They were just fascinated with watching something like that happening. Not normal. That's not normal. You do a drive-by battle rap.
Huh. I wonder, do I still have on my Facebook?
Hollywood?
Huh?
My Hollywood?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he does something now. I know he was rapping for a minute. We had a little era with all of us calling ourselves rapping, battling against each other and stuff like that.
Just so we make sure we don't put out his government name. Do you remember what his part of his screen name was, so I can put it in there? See if I can get him to chime in tonight.
Trying to see. That would be. Let me see. I have to send that to you. I got it, but I wouldn't know how to fix that for you.
You know, now that you've kind of talked about battle raps, I've definitely seen some interesting stuff going on. I don't follow it too much anymore, like I used to. No, actually, I don't. It's surprising. I know it's probably surprising.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, but I do see things every once in a while, and some of it's comedy. Getting on how the rap battles are set up. Other parts of it is kind of like serious. I've seen some. Now it looks like they're doing like a dual tag team battle thing. Have you seen that yet?
Oh yeah. I've actually seen that. I think it's attention now. It's something that's more interesting than just watching two go against each other. A one-on-one where you can actually see creativity with two people standing on one side and two people standing on the other side, going back and forth and jump in and out of each other's verses and things like that. So it seems to be more, pretty much more interesting than everything else. So that's more. I'm not going to say more entertainment, which it is that as well, but there may be way more lyrical content, if they're trying to, if they're battling against someone.
Oh yeah. I mean, I definitely like it. I definitely like it. It's it definitely is interesting to see to see some stuff. But yeah, we got someone on here. They're talking about Bruce. Does Bruce ring a bell for you, Thomas? Bruce? I see they're also they also put the these nuts thing on there. 12 votes for these nuts. And I said, oh, Bruce. Oh, hey, Bruce. Hey, what is up? How's it going? Yeah, I didn't know, man. That could have been Bruce Wayne as Batman.
Yeah.
You never know who's going to chime in today. So, yeah, thanks, Bruce, for being in. This is a big shout out to you. Oh, no, it's Thomas. His name is Bruce. Oh, man. Man, this is too much fun. Yeah. Okay. You never know. You never know what's going to happen on this show, man. But, you know, it's cool. It's nice to see, let me see. It's nice to see what we get. Yeah, the only thing's popping up for me is Bruce Lee right now.
What?
Yeah. He might not be on my page anymore. I didn't erase him, but, you know, he might have did something to his page. I know people go through their revamp. There was a few times I actually decided to get off of Facebook.
Yeah, sometimes you have to though, because it can affect a lot of things. It can slow down your attention span can be extremely, I'd say, just jacked up. If you don't know how to, if you're not good at micromanaging, you already you already have most focus on one thing, and it's hard to focus on that one thing. You can't put two of the things in play and try to really focus on those as well.
Oh yeah, it's funny you say that because I'm trying to do animation here and talk here, but it's fine. I'm having fun. This is cool stuff here. But yeah, man, being on these social media sites, they're fun. They're a lot of fun, or at least if they're not fun, they're at least entertaining. And you might say they're bored or out of style or whatever, but it seems like you look at one thing and it might interest you for a second, then you're looking at another, and next thing you know, like 30 minutes have passed by. So yeah, it's not like one thing is entertaining enough for you to look at it for 30 minutes, but if you can put all of it in a conglomerate together, it's like all of it together kind of interests you, and you kind of take some of your time away. And I think most people are like, man, I didn't want to spend all my time doing this. I want to do something else. Let me get off of this thing. So yeah, I had a lot of friends leave that place.
Yeah.
But I still have fun on there. A lot of my fans and people that chime into what I'm doing as far as music, they definitely like it, which, by the way, my buddy Thomas here does music as well. Awesome on the microphone, which is great.
Appreciate it, bro.
Oh, no worries, man. This is fun stuff, man.
Yeah, man, we've been doing it for a while as well. That brings up another good question, too. Me, for example, myself, I've been doing it, I'd say about 16 as far as actually creating a group or deciding, hey, let's go in the garage, we're going to go back and forth, or call in on a radio station when they have their little freestyle challenges and things like that. And I wasn't, at that time I wasn't doing it for the money, but the culture and everything, it attracts any and everybody. If you love music, you'll jump, you'll jump to it and you'll like it. So I say, from that point on to now, I don't want to say my age now, but I'm in the 30s, of course. But now I'll still do it, and I'll attempt to stop from doing music every now and then, or even just sit it down, put the pen to the side, and say, I'm just gonna chill and focus on something different. That doesn't work. I still go back to the music. And I noticed that I had a friend who was going back and forth with with a young lady, and they were saying that when you get to a certain age, then you should give it up. What are your views on that?
Music. The cool thing about music is that music is something that will always inspire us, whether we're people that make the music or we're people that listen to the music. And you know, when you get older, it definitely makes you think, has this been a really expensive hobby, or is this something where I really wanted to take it to another level? And when you get older, it really all depends on you. I mean, there's still people out there that are doing it that are older, and yeah, they probably have a bigger start because they started off younger. People kind of seen them a little younger, and now they're older.
Right.
But yeah, you know, music, to me, music has a face, but it doesn't. You know, if people like what you do, and they like what they hear, and it's being promoted right, people will listen. People will listen to it. And if it's different, and they feel like they grabbed it first, you know, people will listen to it too. And what I mean by that is I've met a ton of people, and some of their things, some people don't like when people get really popular. That's a turn off for them with the music. For me, I don't care. You know, I really don't care if they get popular or not. That's not the reason I listen to the music or don't listen to the music. You know, if I like the music, if I can feel it, if it touches me a certain way, then, you know, then I'll listen to it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so music has been something that I've held dear. And yeah, for people that have known me, I've probably worked with a ton of artists, worked with famous, I worked with local, and you know, now I'm taking my music to a different place. And I think when you get older, that's probably the thing that's going to change there. If you want to be the artist, or if you want to be something else, or if you are going to be an artist, where are you going to take your music? How are you going to try to reach people on a business-like level? And that's what I think when you get older, it's more focused on. You know, if you don't want to waste your time, either it's going to be a hobby or it's going to be something serious, and you're going to want to know what direction you want to point it to if it is something serious. So,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, any other people out there? If you have any friends that are musicians, singers, songwriters, you know, have them comment. Have them go ahead and call us. You know, I'm curious to hear how you guys feel about where your music's going, or what you want to do in your life. With your
Or
music.
even if you have music, and you want to get it played or something, or you know, for someone to check it out or hear it or be pushed or promoted, you know, contact us.
Awesome, yeah. Oh yeah. So we'll leave some contact information for that as well. But once again, we have the number here. It's at 424-256-3031. That is 424-256-3031. The show must go on.
Right.
This is good stuff, though, man. I could probably talk about music all day if we wanted to.
Yeah.
You know, because music, I think, has been in our life longer than we either wanted or whatever. It's just been there, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, cool stuff, man. And for people that are just tuning in to what I'm doing, I haven't given up on my music. As you hear, there's a song going in the background on the website here. And that's one of my songs, one of my newer songs. I haven't even put it out yet, and I kind of wanted you guys to get a feel of it. So yeah, I'm still doing music. But the music that I'm doing, and this is another topic I want to talk about, the music that I'm doing, I'm tailoring it towards something. And what I mean by that is when I first started actually working on my album, I told myself, hey, I don't want my music to sound exactly like what's going on. I want it to be different. And you know what? I created my own genre. I created purpose behind it, and I pushed it. And you know, that's where my music's going now. And after listening to it, I was like, man, you know, generally speaking, and when I mean generally speaking, I mean, if I was to get on the radio right now, it'd be a little different. It would be a lot different from what's going on. Would people accept it? Would people not accept it? It's on the eye of the beholder, but I definitely think a lot of my stuff has nice little interesting hooks to it, different music, and that's why I probably pushed it towards animation. You know, the cartoons and stuff, something that I hold dearly. you know, I love anime, I love animation and different stuff. I think it's very expressive, and I think if I can connect my music to that kind of stuff, you know, it'll be kind of cool thing, you know, especially giving people a different experience with my music. Now it's like the music is tied to the animation now. It's like, oh man, when I watch him, I think of this funny animation thing he did, or this cool thing that he did, or, you know, wherever the case may be. So that's where I'm tying my music now. You know, so yeah, I've checked out some of your Instagram stuff a while back, Thomas, and I mean, some pretty cool, yeah, pretty cool, funny stuff that you got going out there. It's not 100% music, but I know you haven't given up on it. But you know, it's funny stuff. It's cool stuff. You want to explain about, you know, your feel on that? What's got you into the comedy, or, you know, got you driven to that side of the industry of entertainment?
Oh yeah. Well, I've been doing it over half of my life independently. Just, you know, just being myself, chilling, and something comes out and it ends up being funny. Someone finds it funny, and basically that's just something I like. To me, that plays a big role in a lot of people's life. A lot of people need to learn. You know, sometimes it takes a smile, or, you know, some laughter to get your day going, or to get you through the day. You know, as well as something positive. It doesn't always have to be extremely funny to where, you know, it doesn't have to be funny to where it's hurting someone else's feelings or anything like that. With me, I'm a fun guy. I don't, you know, I know when to play and when to, you know, take things serious. But, you know, sometimes it just, you know, just to take your mind off, you know, a lot of negative things. Sometimes you need a good laugh sometimes, and so that's my reason. So I do it sometimes. I put it up for myself because it makes me laugh. So if it makes me laugh, I know it may work for someone else too. Someone else may bust a couple of guts or two, laughing at a few videos or pictures.
I could definitely say, man, that's some good stuff right there, man. You know, listening and seeing some comedy. You know, there's times where, you know, I'm probably not in the greatest of moods, and that's not always. That's very rare. But, you know, when I am actually in a bad mood, you know, comedy kind of helps through it. It kind of,
oh yeah.
When I hear some comedy or something funny, it almost makes me feel like I'm being in a bad mood on purpose, because it feels like if I don't laugh at it now, I'm trying to be super serious and not, you know, laugh at something that I would generally laugh at. So yeah, it kind of breaks up the bad mood and kind of get you in a good mood. But yeah, do you have your Instagram? You want to give a shout out to what that Instagram is, so people can chime in to you?
Yeah, try to change it, but it's Wayne, WAYNE _ play all day, PLAYALLDAY.
Awesome.
Wayne _ play all day.
Awesome. Yeah, awesome. We got one of my buddies here. What's up, bro? Nice to see you're doing your thing. Thank you. I am definitely doing my thing. I'm hoping you're doing your thing as well. Having a lot of fun. You know, for me, this doesn't even feel like work for me. This feels like something fun for the weekends, where I get to connect with people that I know. Also get to connect with new people and show them what I'm doing. You know, it's funny because you can go ahead and chime that in too if you want to. Put your information in the box so people can see if you want to. Only if you want to.
Okay.
Yep. But yeah, this is definitely a good spot to meet up with older people that I haven't seen in a while, and also you know, newer people. You know, their lives are changing. People are having kids now. You know, it's surprising, right? People are getting older and having kids. That's fine. You know, it's fine. But through it all, you know, people still watch TV. They still do things. They still look at stuff, entertainment, even if they can't be a part of it and go out and hang out with all their friends. And this is one of those things where I get to allow people back into my crazy fun life of just entertainment, music, animation, and inviting other people in life, because I definitely love to connect. So, you know, if anybody's chiming in today or just even listening to what we're doing, yeah, share the link with people. I'm going to have this more often. I'm going to actually push this show on Saturdays and Sundays right around the same time. I'll give details on the time very, very soon on what times we're going to shoot this, so we can make sure you guys are able to chime in all the time. And I want this to kind of be one of those things where we all kind of become a family, together. We're all together and we're talking about fun stuff, talking about things that that affects us, things that don't affect us, and things that interest us, or funny things. So yeah. Once again, we have the number here. If you want to go ahead and chime in to us, the number is 1-424-256-3031. That is 424-256-3031. Also, you can send messages. Oh yeah, we take that. Yeah. You over there? You relaxing now, Thomas? You good now?
Yeah. Laughing at you, man.
Yeah, I'm having fun.
You do comedy as well too.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I feel the reason why I probably haven't even tried to do like real comedy is because I like to kind of just do it on a natural sense, where I didn't really script it or anything. So I like it for it to feel real natural and it to feel personal. So most people that hang out with me, they'll see that something to happen and we'll all have fun and it's funny, and I like that. I like how it becomes personal, and then years later people call me back and say, "Oh man, remember that thing that happened, man?" Some of them like, yeah, and the other parts I'm like, I don't remember that. How did that happen? Oh man. I did that, man. Oh man, oh yeah. But if we're in all good fun, yeah, we I think we both have our good fun times here, and
right.
Want to keep it going, and there's some interesting stuff that is going on, especially with the movies now, and oh yeah, there's some new movies coming out which I'm kind of interested in, and I'm interested in more ways than one. I'm gonna go ahead and just bring up the list here. But the one movie that kind of really sticks out for me, and the reason I'm even going to point this out, because I love movies. I haven't watched a lot of them. For the past year, I've been really busy trying to do the animation thing or doing the animation thing and sharing with you guys what I've been doing. And so I haven't had a chance to really watch a lot of movies that are coming out and or have came out. But one that kind of piques my interest the most right now is the movie called The Perfect Guy.
Yeah, you were talking about that. Have you seen it yet?
I was like, all right. Did you see the infomercial for it, or the should I call it infomercial, or the trailer for it?
I've never seen. I can pull a YouTube up now. I've never seen it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't know. I just feel like when it comes to a lot of, I'm gonna say this very loosely, urban movies that come out, it feels like it's just the same topic all the time. It's just this way. It's that comedy. It's that. It's like that's all we can do or something as a black community, and I don't really think that's true. I think anyone. You can do anything you set your mind to, and you just got to think out of the box. And for me, The Perfect Guy was actually out of the box for me. You see this guy, the girl thinks it's just like the perfect guy. Oh, he's so handsome, he's beautiful. Oh, he treats me nice. He buys me things, chocolates. But so she gets on these nice dates with him, and they're having all this fun. And the next thing you know, things start to take a twist. And I think she gets to a point where she doesn't want to be or talk with him anymore, and he becomes like stalkerish and or murderish. So I'm not sure if she starts getting another boyfriend, but I'm guessing that's where it might go. She's getting another boyfriend to kind of say, okay, I'm done with you. You're a little crazy. And now she's probably going to try to take out this other boyfriend and stuff. So for me, it's definitely a crazier movie, but it's interesting to see it go that route. I mean, unless you know a movie like that, I don't know any urban movies that even come across that way. Thomas? I guess can't think of anything, huh? It's all right. I mean, I caught you off guard, but yeah, I can't think of any movie like that. I mean, there's some fun movies that's been out, but it's been a while. You remember that movie with what's her name? I can't even think of her name. Was it Jada Pinkett and the Four Women? We had Jada Pinkett. Was it Nia Long?
What? No.
It's the Four Women. They were the robbery movie. So was it Set It Off, right? Set It Off.
Yeah.
Yeah, Set It Off.
No. You said, wait a minute. You Set It Off.
Yeah, I said it's an old movie, but I was saying, I'm not saying that reminds me of it, but I'm just saying that it's been a while since some very interesting, plots have came along with, like a purely urban movie. Yes, Jada Pinkett, Queen Latifah, Vivica Fox.
Okay. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, it threw me off when you said something different. I was like, what?
Oh yeah, I'm random like that. I just throw you off, man. That's what I do.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
That's my comedy.
That was a good movie. He didn't snitch on Jada. He let Jada make it. They filled Latifah up with bullets.
Oh man.
She got full at the end. She was
She was ride or die right there. I mean, if you wanted somebody on your team to take a bullet for you, she would take more than one bullet for you. She would take multiple bullets for you. That's something.
Would you ride with her, or would you ride with Bishop from Juice?
Oh man.
Or Old Dog from Menace to Society?
Oh man,
Who else?
You pulling some old school stuff here.
Ice Cube from as Doughboy from Boys in the Hood.
Huh.
Would you put Latifah on your team if you had to choose out of all that?
Well, if it was on the idea where, we had to take one for the team, I probably would put her on there. But
come on, Latifah.
Hey man. But if it was on some, hey, we gotta knock this out. We gotta do what we gotta do. Maybe I might pick Bishop. Maybe he might get the job done. I don't know. People are changing nowadays. People are feeling different nowadays, and what's different about people is relationships. Relationships are changing. It doesn't feel like it. Huh?
I said, no, I'm surprised that I don't think many of them exist.
Oh, you're telling me. If I say I'm team single right now, it's not because I'm proud about it. Yeah, I was like, I'm team single, man. I love being single. There's nothing wrong with being single.
Right.
There, it's definitely perks of being single and being in a relationship. Being like, if you're single, for most people, it's like you're single equals less drama. And it all depends. If you're being single and you're having fun with other people and they're interested in you, it can probably bring some drama. So that's not technically true. But for the most part, having an everyday drama in your house, that's probably what might make people cheer for being single. No drama, yay! But,
I think being single, I think some people feel, that in that to them, being with them, that you have to meet a certain requirement. Some people are just that bullheaded to the point to where it's either you meet my needs or I can't, you know, we can't be at all. I've known for some people, you know, that to the point to where they feel like it doesn't take much to please me, but when you go overboard by doing these unordinary things that, you know, that you don't even have to do, but you're doing it, then we can't, you know, it doesn't work.
Oh yeah. And
Then